G'day everyone, Gareth here from Fraser Coast Food Forest. Thought I'd do a video. I have some more fruit trees to my collection, one of which has fallen over, but never mind, I'll pick that back up. So I thought I'd just show you 6 new fruit trees that I've had delivered in the last week. One in the bag's actually about 3 weeks ago, but here they are. So let's have a look to see what we've got. First one, Avocado. This is the Choquette variety, which I had purchased when I was in Melbourne. Unfortunately, I didn't have it long enough for it to really do much. So I've purchased another one to plant here in the subtropics. The Choquette is a variety that grows a massive fruit. In fact, the fruit can get to almost a kilo. In fact, I think sometimes even over a kilo. And then another variety of avocado that I have purchased, which I think I've been waiting for about 3 years, I reckon, for this to come on the, or to become available. It's a lot smaller than this one I've got. Quite a tall avocado, this one. The graft on this one is right here. And then the graft on this one, I'm not even 100% sure. I think it's right down here, which is really odd. I can't see anywhere where there's a graft anywhere else apart from here. It's a really, really low graft. Yeah, that's definitely the graft. You can see where they've added it here. But this particular variety, I've been waiting for, I reckon, 3 years, maybe even more. And this variety is called the Post Office. So the Post Office originated from a seedling in Africa. The reason they called it the Post Office is it grew next to a post office, so hence the reason why it's called the Post Office. And again, this is a fruit that grows, which will produce fruit that's going to be around about the kilo plus. So massive avocados. They're about 3 times the size of a Hass avocado. So I'm really looking forward to these. And also these are going to grow a lot quicker here in the subtropics. Alright, let's get on to these 4 here. So these 5 fruit trees here came from Ross Creek Tropicals, which are only about an hour and a half from me. It seems as though that would be the place I'd probably get all my trees from now, being close. And they're really good trees, and they do a really good job in packaging, just like Daly's did when I was down in Melbourne, which is where this one is from. This one came from Daly's. They pretty much package in the same way, same type of box. Only difference with the Ross Creek tropical fruit trees is they put these crystals in the pot. You can see this stuff here. They water the crystals and it turns into this jelly, and that's pretty much just moisture, and they fill it up in the whole top of the pot here, and then they wrap their things in plastic bags, and it does a really good job in keeping everything really moist. So I think it's a brilliant idea, especially if it's going to be traveling, you know, for up to maybe 3 days, 4 days. When I was in Melbourne, that's how long it would take to get down to me, 4 or 5 days. All right, let's have a look to see what they are. So this first one here, we have 2 varieties of apples. which are these two here. This one's getting a bit dry, so I'm going to have to give these a bit of a water soon. And these varieties are a subtropical apple, and one, sorry, that's not the apple, that's a pear. Where is it? Let me have a look. There it is. See why I got a mistake. They look the same. Anyway, I'll put those back over there. Right, two apple varieties. One is the Golden Dorset, and one is the Tropic Sweet. They're a subtropical apple, and they require hardly any chill hours at all. And I bought the two. These are recommended to have together to cross-pollinate. You still get fruit from one tree, but if you want lots of them and big fruit, then grab the two to cross-pollinate. And the other two are pears. One is a Nashi pear, which is this one, and the other's an Asian pear, and you can pronounce that. And again, I've got the two to cross-pollinate with each other. So there's my new 6 fruit trees. All I have to do now is find somewhere to plant them, which you wouldn't think would be hard with almost an acre. But believe it or not, all of them require full sun, which won't be the case. Mangoes need full sun, but this one doesn't get full sun. So here, and it's doing pretty well. Hopefully we'll get a lot of fruit on it this year. And then I've got some other avocados here, which don't get full sun. They don't get all day full sun, but we'll find a spot for them. I'll show you what else happened actually. A few weeks ago, some of you might remember this massive stump that I had in this particular garden bed. Well, as you can see, completely rotted out. White ants have just devoured it, and she's decided to fall over. And I had a jackfruit growing on the other side of this, which was kindly donated by Doug. Thank you, Doug. How close did that get? I'll just leave all this wood here to break down on its own. No point getting rid of it. Hello, little lizard. Coming out to say hello. We had a big lace monitor the other day run across the driveway when I was walking past. Alright, I've got a question. So some of you are aware that I've got my first banana rack. Okay, so I thought bananas grew their banana racks in generations. So you'd have this one grow fruit, harvest it, it dies, you cut it back, then the next generation produces fruit. But I have this rack here, and then I have a new rack coming through here. So if anybody could tell me if that's the case or not, because I'm a bit confused. I thought this one wouldn't produce fruit until this one had been harvested and died. Is that correct? If anybody knows, leave a comment down below. Alright, so look, there we go. I just thought I'd show you my new fruit trees that I purchased. If you are thinking of purchasing some fruit trees, I'd highly recommend Ross Creek Tropicals. They have some pretty good varieties. I don't think Daly's has like the post office, but Daly's do definitely have a massive variety of fruit trees you can choose from. Oh, there is something else I'd like to show you a lot. It's the Panama Berry. Probably the fastest growing tree I've ever grown or seen, or it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, this thing. Alright, here we go. Panama Berry. It's it's getting high. I don't know, that's got to be 1, 2, 3.5 meters. But the most exciting thing is this right here. My first Panama Berry. And I did see another one starting to ripen up as well. Right there. And it's just, it pops out flowers every now and then. I can see some more fruit just up there. You probably won't see it, it's probably a bit far away. More flowers ready to open up here. But just everywhere, it's going to produce fruit for many, many months of the year. But I reckon if the birds don't get it, 2 or 3 days, that's going to be ready. I'm looking forward to that. I've never tasted it, and people rave on about how awesome tasting they are. See, there's another little fruit here. Yum. Panama Berry. I did try growing this in Melbourne, but it failed. Didn't matter if I had it inside, outside, under a tree, out in the sun. Didn't matter. It would just a little fruit there. It would just suffer. And I'm still getting those giant grasshoppers, as big as my thumb. Some of them are as long as my finger, eating the leaves. It's recovered a little bit. Look, I actually killed one this morning. See if he's down here in that. Doesn't take long for lizards and ants to eat them. Alright, there we go. Oh, I'll also show you this. Another dragon fruit, but we've also had it flower again. Well, not, it hasn't flowered yet, but they're the buds. So very, very late in the season, and we're still getting flowers on the dragon fruit. And the one there around the corner here, it's the other side of the property, to be honest, but we've got the dragon fruit, which is it's just growing on some chicken wire, and it'll all change. Once everything stops fruiting, I'll start to fix all this up. So we've got a dragon fruit growing in amongst the passion fruit here, and that's its first flower here as well. This one hasn't flowered before. We're getting heaps of passion fruit growing in the pot down there, but they're everywhere. We had the gold, we had the Panama, Panama Gold fruit first, and then we had the Panama Red starting to produce all its fruit here. Look, lots of them, and they're beautiful. These passion fruit are so much better tasting than your standard black ones you used to get down in Melbourne. There's a few golden ones left. We cut another red one there that's starting to ripen up. Look, they're all on the ground. I just need to build a structure for it to grow on. And we've got the oh, look at that wind. Ooh. And then we've got the neighbours are growing one on the fence here. Just got growing up the trees, growing up this tree. It's actually gone quite high now. I might be able to get around this side and show you. Yeah, it's right up on this tree here. It's actually fallen off all here, look. Fallen down off the fence. Lots of passion fruit though. Alright, I'm going to have to go and put these fruit trees somewhere where they're not going to blow over. And then I'm going to have to try and figure out where to plant them. I can't really plant them down the bottom because obviously the pears and apples need to be more out in the open. But it's just the gum trees. Like, they just drop these big branches, and there's a lot of dead branches here. They'll just ruin the tree. So I'm gonna have to try and find a decent spot for them. All right, we'll wrap that up. I'll see you in the next video. I think the next video, what I might do is do a video on my avocado collection, so you know all the different varieties I have, which I think is 5 or 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 5 varieties. There's just one more I want to get. I can't remember what it's called, but apparently it's another very rare sort of collectible avocado. So I'll see how I go. It's not available at the moment, so it could be another 3 years, who knows. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Give us a good thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.